And now, it's time for
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Simoni?
What Happened with Simoni Lawrence.
What happened? What happened? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what happened. But first of all, let's talk about how the Hamilton Ticats is the beast of the East right now. Woo! Hold on, I'm so happy right now. We got to start this What Happened episode off with an Oskee wee wee. Let me get an Oskee wee wee. Let me get an Oskee Wawa. Let me get a holy Mackinac. Let me get the Tiger Cats, eat them raw. And that's exactly what the Hamilton Tiger Cats did. Let's talk about it. Scott Milanovic and this offense took the ball first and literally said, listen, Ottawa, we're bigger than you, we're stronger than you, we're faster than you, and we're smarter than you. That first drive was perfect. It wasn't perfect, but it was exactly the tempo that needed to be set in a back-to-back game against Ottawa, especially when we just came off of beating the same team last week. We lined up in pistol, ran the ball at will. Augustine getting a bunch of yards. And then we even lined up in I formation, power football, and just opposed our will, let our big offensive linemen lean on this Ottawa Redblacks defense. I'm talking about Ottawa players were dropping like flies. They weren't ready for this kind of physicality that the Hamilton Tiger Cats were bringing. And this drive demonstrated that. Even though they only got 3 points out of the first drive, it set the tempo to let you know that we are better than you, Ottawa Redblacks, and this is what we're going to do to you all game. And then the defense comes out after our offense scores 3 points. They're like, well, if the offense is going to oppose their will like that, we're going to oppose our will. And nothing demonstrated that more when I seen the Hamilton Tiger Cats in two-man. And what two-man is, it's when all of the defensive backs are playing man-to-man on the receivers, press coverage at that. I'm talking about all the defensive backs are pressed up, ready to play some defense, and then the linebackers have man-to-man on the back, and then you have two over-the-top safeties. We have our will linebacker, Ray Wilborn, playing one safety, and we have Katsantonis, a.k.a. Goose, playing the other safety, and they're saying, see if you can beat us. We feel like we're better than you. And they were aggressive. I loved it. And Ray Wilborn, who had an immaculate game, he had 6 tackles, and this PBU right here where he came over the defender, broke the ball up, and got the ball right back to our offense. And it looked like the game was kind of stalling out, and nobody was making any moves. And then there's a guy, number 30. He goes by the name Goose, y'all. Let me tell you why he go by the name Goose, y'all. Goose. I know geese is plural, but I can't call Goose geese. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep calling him Goose because Goose travel about 4,000 kilometers every season. Goose lines up in the V formation. They love lining up in the V formation. Goose also fly over 25,000 feet over the Himalayas. And they have a speed up to 40 to 60 miles per hour. That's about 70 kilometers for the Canadians. And listen to this. That's exactly what number 30 is. When he caught this interception, I'm talking about Goose was in perfect technique. I'm talking about he read it so well. He's seen the play action go to the back, which immediately alerts his side is hot to the left side because play action, the ball comes out hot to the side of whatever side the play action comes from. And Goose read that and he dove like he was flying over the Himalayas and intercepted this pass. This defense got the first turnover of the game on this beautiful interception by Goose, and he got the ball back to the offense. And when you get the ball back to the offense in that kind of fashion that Katsantonis, a.k.a. Goose, did, this is the only thing that can happen. What happens? They bomb the ball to who else? Kenny Lawler. Bo Levi bombs the ball to Kenny Lawler and becomes the 10th guy in CFL history in passing yardage. What a ball by Bo Levi to Kenny Lawler. At this point, I think Ottawa Redblacks are just like, I'm scared of Kenny Lawler. He can do whatever he want. He can go score touchdowns, because that's what it looked like. I'm like, why is one guy sticking him? And why is this guy's back turned to him? Kenny Lawler starts the day off with the first Hamilton Ticats touchdown. And then this is the kind of game where it was just like, it's a stat game. And let me tell you guys what a stat game is. A stat game is, they will never say it in public because, that's just not proper sports etiquette, saying, oh, we're about to play a team that we're way better than, and I'm about to pad the stats. But I'm going to tell you what a stat game is. A stat game is, I'm going to get all the stats I want to get. Like Goose is like, oh, I'm going to get an interception here. So Goose, no big deal, 6 tackles and an interception. That's a stat game. Let's talk about Ray Wilborn, 6 tackles and a pass knockdown. That's another stat game. Oh my. Stubblefield, let's talk 5 tackles and a PBU. That's a stat game. I mean, these boys were hitting. And let's talk about special teams. Fisher was all over the play. I love the way Fisher was playing football this game. He was all over the place, making plays, especially when the special teams needed it against a very dangerous Pimpleton. I don't know if Pimpleton get gas or electric, but he was all out of it. He had one good catch and got some yards and got busy a little bit, but he was all out of it. And let's not talk about their offense. Geno Lewis is self-proclaimed the best wide receiver in the CFL. Man, somebody lied to that boy. I tell you that right now, because he was completely missing. Because these defensive backs, they weren't playing none of that. Dustin Talbert literally said, hey, Geno, I'm going to take this ball out of your hands, rip it right out of your hands. You're not getting this first down. And then on the most beautifulest pick, I don't know whose interception was better, Dustin Talbert or Stavros, a.k.a. Goose. We have to do like a side-by-side of Goose's interception and Talbert's interception. When I tell you both of Talbert's interceptions were one of those interceptions where it's like, wow, that was a great football play, because everybody can't do that. There's wide receivers like Geno Lewis that can't even do that, because Talbert caught the one pass right and took it right out of Geno's hands on an acrobatic interception. And that was just one of those plays where I was like, yo, I'm better than you, Geno. Stop playing with me. I don't care where they throw the ball. I'm going to get it. And then his first interception, where he did perfect technique. I'm talking about, he pushed the wide receiver to the sideline, no more room to get the ball, because wide receivers want to give about 3 yards so they can fade to the sideline. Talbert said, get out of here. He took position and he became the wide receiver. This game was pure domination. Let's talk about what's hot right now. The Amos hit. I'll tell you this. That wasn't intentional. The technique was a little off, but that wasn't intentional. That was a fast football play. Amos plays defensive back. Let's talk about this. He plays defensive back. He weighs about 205, the heaviest, about 190, I don't know, 195 or something like that. He's blitzing off of the field side. So now he has the possibility of getting blocked by a guy that weighs 300 pounds. So he has to come as fast as he can, because if he gets hit by this offensive tackle that completely missed him, oh man, completely missed him, he's going to get knocked out of the world. So he was probably surprised when he got to Drew Brown so fast. Like, I cannot believe anybody did not touch me on this play. And I'm like, Ottawa, y'all got to protect your money. And literally their right tackle and the guy chipping, they just let both of the guys come free. They let Amos come free, and they let Garbert come free. It was one of those plays where I think it just deserved a 15-yard penalty, just because like the quarterback changed positions, and it's a football play, but just bad technique. But Amos was on fire all day. He was playing so physical. I love the way Amos is playing. He's bringing so much intensity. And let's talk about all the DBs. We got to talk about all the DBs, because they all making plays. I don't know what Brandon Isaacs is feeding these boys, but they all making plays. Every single defensive back has an interception. Oh, man. And then we got to talk about the D-line. Oh my, I love the way Garbert was playing as well this game. He used that 50-50 technique, and last time against Toronto, he came down and made the tackle on the dive because I told you guys, Garbert on 50-50 technique, he has two jobs. He has the dive if they hand it off, and he also has to get to the quarterback if he pulls it. And Crum was in the game, and he pulled it, and Garbert ran him down for the sack, and just such a beautiful play. I love technicians like that. That was beautiful play by Garbert getting the big sack. And like it was all over the board. We got to talk about our offense now. Our offense was doing what they wanted. I think that Bo Levi had a very, very great game. That who is my offensive player of the game because, first of all, he's in the history books as the top 10 passer in the Canadian Football League. Let's clap it up for Bo. He went 21 of 33, but that wasn't his stats in my book. I'm looking at the what did you do, Bo? And I'm talking about Bo looked like he was out there looking like Warren Moon or something. Like Bo's feet has improved tremendously. Normally, Bo cradles and just takes the sack, but he has a different type of energy in him. It was an incomplete pass where he did a spin move out of there to get the ball out so he didn't get sacked. And then the play to Keandre owes him one because the first touchdown he threw to Keandre in the corner of the touchdown, he should have got that. But it's all good because Keandre got it right back after Bo hit him with the little L1, then the R1, got through the line of scrimmage, and then bombed the ball over Ottawa's whole secondary to get them in striking distance again. And that was right after he got sacked. Most quarterbacks don't have the testicular fortitude after they get hit like that to step right back in the pocket, make a couple of guys miss, and bomb the ball deep. I love that play. Great job by Bo Levi. And Bo was spreading the ball around. Yes, Tim White had 8 catches for 89 yards. Tim White's I call him Mr. First Down now. I call him Mr. First Down, and I call Kenny Mr. Touchdown. But the thing about Bo is everybody's touching the football, y'all. Like everybody's touching the football. Tim White had a bunch of catches. Keandre Smith had a bunch of catches. Kenny Lawler had some catches. Javani Robinson had some catches. Keaton Bruglen had some catches. Tyler Tarnowski had some catches. Augustine had some catches. Ward had some catches. Shamar Bridges had some catches. Everybody eats, B. I feel you, Bo. I feel you, bro. And then the special teams, bro. Our special teams is on fire. And who's leading that special teams unit? All of the boys, to be completely honest. But I got to talk about Mark Leggio. He's perfect. Mark Leggio, 3 for 3, and he continues to run up the Hamilton Tirecat history book. And then Destin Talbert. Holy moly. He had 6 tackles. He had 2 interceptions. And he ripped the ball out of Geno Lewis' hand for a PBU saying, I'm tougher than you. I'm talking about this, the kind of football I love to see. And this running game, I love how they was running the ball. Oh, man. And you know why they were so confident running the ball? It's because of my unsung player of the game that goes to Keaton Bruglen. Oh, man. This guy, he was lining up in the tight end position. He was the guy kicking out the defensive ends. There was so many times that Keaton Bruglen had to block Lorenzo Malden and did not have any fear in his heart, and he got the job done. So he deserves a big kudos as unsung hero of the game for blocking defensive ends. He signed up for wide receiver. He ain't signed up to block out defensive ends, but he's doing it because he cares about his team. And that's how the Hamilton Tirecats are going to keep spanking teams like this, 30-15. In my opinion, this game, the score doesn't dictate what happened in this game. Yeah, it was 30-15, but it was a complete beatdown. Like, just physical presence was masterful. And, you know, the Hamilton Tirecats are going out west, and they got the BC Lions next week. And if they can continue to play like this, they are the best team in the East right now. There's nobody better than the Hamilton Tirecats in the East Division right now. I'm excited to go out this West road trip and see how we respond. You know, everybody's talking about there's an hour change, but the way these boys are bonding together, that road trip, that's about to be a big party for them. And I'm so proud of the Hamilton Ticats and the coaching staff for continuing to stack these wins. And that's what happened. We're just better than the Ottawa Redblacks. Simoni Lawrence, check in next time, and I'll tell you what's happening.
And now you know
What happened?
with Simoni Lawrence.